What's up, everyone? It's Gavin or Tweek. Welcome to episode 64.
What's good? It's Pink in the building.
Charles, still at Pax, but we're trucking along, so we'll get home soon.
Let's go, Charles. You got me finally, of course. Matt, what's up? What's up, funny,
Always
Marcus?
comes in with the energy, bro.
Of course, I got it, man. Someone's got to bring energy. What's going on, everyone? Matt or Haz. It's funny because we talked about last weekend how this might be kind of a slower weekend for Smash, but it wasn't at all. There was so
even close, yeah.
so many good events going on. Obviously, we got Riptide coming up this weekend, which is going to be pretty sick. It's one of those brackets that's really, really up for grabs, and it's gonna be. We'll get into it more, obviously, when we start talking about it. But that one's definitely up for grabs. We had this weekend boss battles, Uprising, Korea, Pax West, of course. Shout out to Aaron, obviously. First things first.
Congrats.
Canada had their invitational as well, the Cascadia Clash, if I remember correctly. Great tournament, great grands, of course, between Big D and Ouch. So a lot of great events that went on this weekend. So, Marcus, I don't know if you want to jump in first here, because I know we all watch Smash. You be watching Smash, you know what I mean? You're always watching.
What the heck?
everything.
I never go first.
You're going first.
What
It's
do
a
I
whole.
even-
Present to the class.
Yeah, get up there. All right, talk about your favorite event.
My favorite event? Oh, that's gonna be a tough one.
I love it.
Honestly, it probably was PAX West, just because there were a few top 10 players there. There weren't really top 10 players at any other event. So I was kind of interested in seeing like how those sets would play out. But then Aaron, I don't want to say he shocked all of us, but to some it may have been a surprise that he pulled it out. And like that joint was tough. Like beating Light is hard. Like beating Light is hard enough, right? Like just beating him once is like a tall task. Then you beat Cola. Then you beat Cola twice. Like that is not something easy. And before that, he had to beat Wadi, and he pulled out a reverse 3-0 against Wadi. Like,
yeah, that was the Ices, right? Ices against Diddy.
Mhm.
I remember watching that set. That was a crazy reverse 3-0.
and it just felt like it was a long time coming for Aaron, and I was really happy to see like he didn't like fold. Like that's what Aaron like his biggest hurdle was when he would fold under like the pressure, and his mentality, would shift while he was playing, and he would maybe get a little upset or like kind of give up or something like that. But he never folded. Like he made a ton of great adaptations throughout all the sets. Like a lot of the sets, he got rolled the first game. Like the first games weren't close, and then he just won. I was like,
Yeah. That was the first thing I noticed about the Wadi set too, the reverse 3-0, is that he was tilting, which is completely understandable against Ices. Like, that could just definitely happen to you. So I saw him in the player cam, definitely, like, starting to tilt a little bit. But, dude, it was really, really impressive to me. And I was like, he's playing really, really well today. So, again, no surprise to anyone but the people who make the brackets for events and see it. Maybe not anymore. Maybe finally that'll stop. But shout out to Aaron, man. I think we're all Aaron fans here.
Yeah, what I wanted to mention is how many close sets he clutched out in a row.
mm-hmm.
He had like 3 game 5s in a row leading up to getting into grand finals or something, including like a reverse 3-0 for the Wadi set. So like huge props to Aaron for like, being able to be clutch like a million times in a row.
And he did it with Diddy Kong. Like,
Yeah, lots of last hit situations,
Yeah.
lots of game 5s. Like, congrats.
Yeah, I love that too because he's another one. He's trying to really figure out when he plays certain. His Rob sometimes makes an appearance, right? Aegis, all that good stuff, and it's like what is working today, And I think that's kind of like more of the ultimate theme is what's working today. How can I make? The bottom line is how do I get this W, right? Like how is it going to work out for me? So even down 2-0 against Wadi, stuck with Diddy, made it work. Like even against Light, who's really good against Diddy as well, just made it work, man. Which it's insane. Like can't give this kid enough props for sure. So Aaron rules.
Absolutely.
true.
Yeah.
Oh, you were there, Charles. There you go.
Yeah. I'm still here. but
True.
yeah, first off, PAX is just a really cool event. I'm pretty sure you guys saw the production level for this event. Really high quality. The stage was super cool. The commentary was like house commentary, so everyone in the crowd could hear the commentary as well. So there's always like an appreciation for that too. if you've never been to a PAX, I highly recommend it as an event. It had a lot of cool booths. Just even outside of the Smash tournament itself, there's a ton of cool stuff you can do at PAX, and you just get to see a bunch of different gaming stuff. Like they had a Splatoon 3 play demo area. They had like a One Piece Odyssey play area too. You can demo a lot of the games and stuff like that. So yeah, and I also want to point out that Aaron had to fight some pretty tough matchups for Diddy. Ice Climbers is so hard. Fox is also pretty difficult for Diddy Kong as well, right? Like a lot of these characters that are just really speedy, get up into Diddy Kong's face. It's a little bit harder for Diddy Kong to set up these scenarios where like you pull the banana for free, or it's a little easier to pull banana, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, just shouts to Aaron. I've always been in terms of the characters that I think Aaron should play. I've always thought like the Diddy was his go-to. Obviously, he was a Diddy Kong main since Smash 4, so I probably have bias in that sense of you just have sheer amount of years with this character. Like Aaron could probably play with any character and eventually get there, right? With the character we've seen his Rob, Pyramithra. He used to have a Steve as well, so I don't know if on to playing.
He was
Steve.
talking about bringing the Steve back, which is like
Absolutely.
never a bad investment. You know what I mean?
Okay, for those watching on YouTube, he won this game.
How did he win this game?
Dude,
This
it's
matchup
like
is so
hitting me.
bad.
It's hitting me like I did not notice how
He's at
far behind
88.
he was.
He
And
almost lost right there.
And it's game 5. And it's game 5. Like this is ridiculous. He's
That
so
killed?
much.
Box is light, man.
Classic.
Yeah, he just got 2 really early up smashes for like Diddy up smash standards.
Dude, he
that
was
was
up.
clutch.
He was up smashing.
He
us
was.
lot.
He was getting
He
a
was
lot of
letting
raw
him
up
rip.
smashes, like not even like defensive ones. It was great.
And at a shield too. He was letting him rip everywhere,
Yeah.
man.
That's what
loved
I
it.
was saying about Aaron's gameplay. When I was watching it myself, was like he was like committing to an option and really following through, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
And like he was playing the ground game really, really efficiently, and like he was just like Haz was saying, like letting things rip. But it's not even just about letting things rip. I feel like he was just really following through, and like I guess there's a layer of confidence to that kind of thing too.
Yeah,
And
he was just very confident.
yeah, it was
that he
just great
correct.
to watch. What'd you say, Marcus? Sorry.
He was just very confident that he was correct.
Yes, you could just see it, like the whole bracket, which is crazy for how close all these sets were too. Like no hesitation, like whether he was winning or losing.
I'm gonna steal this one from Marcus, but I thought it was nice too. Looking further down the bracket, it was nice to see Justice play offline. I do a lot of commentary. Yeah, I knew you'd like that one. Justice is known, at least to me, as an online like min player. Like plays in a lot of like the Panda stuff, and I commentate a bunch of those. So I'd seen Justice play a lot, so I was like, oh, there's Justice, like playing in an offline bracket. So top 5, which is really nice. So congrats to Justice for that. Bob Wasab again. Good seeing Moxie.
Hey,
again
best
as well.
Panda player.
The what?
Best Panda player, Bob Wasab.
True. I
Bob
thought you were
Wasab,
gonna-
man.
Be
He's
Wasab,
really
my
good.
man. He rules, yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby's great.
Yeah, he's
Known him
cool.
Forever, yeah, he's a cool guy. Yeah, and Larry too quietly got 4th. No one's really talking about that, but I think
That's such a Larry thing to do.
He kind of placed where everyone, like,
Yeah.
he got his met expectations, right? Like he didn't get upset, but he didn't make any upsets. So
I saw him counterpick Lilat versus Lights Fox,
Dude,
and I was like, did he do that just because it's like Star Fox? Right
I
now?
hope so, because he did it twice. I was like,
I think
Bro.
that's why.
What?
I'm genuinely gonna predict he went Lilat just because it's Star Fox.
I
Nah.
really hope so.
no, he's got a reason.
Nah,
I
I
You
don't
have
believe it.
you have
Nah.
a reason, right, Larry?
Nah.
Oh,
like
I
a
think
real
he had a
reason, like a gameplay reason, right? That's what we're
Any
talking about.
Any stage that has slants downward towards the edge, for a wolf, it's harder to 2-frame with wolf forward tilt in those situations. But when you down smash, it actually angles your down smash a little bit more downward. So
Fox too, though, in that way, right? The down smash.
yes, but in my opinion, it's like, I mean, both these characters can 2-frame each other with their down smashes, essentially. But Wolf's return, in terms of like when he gets to kill Fox, like Fox dies at like 40, right? Whereas Wolf, depending if he burns his double jump or not, Wolf's not going to die to like lose a stock just from sheer going to the blast zone until like maybe 80, 90, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if Larry, if that was one of the reasons. That's the only one I can think of.
Yeah,
Maybe he just really likes the
Definitely
platform.
could be. I like my headcanon a lot more.
Agreed. Yeah, because Larry.
Like,
he
why
was
else are we like? Especially because like not many tournaments have Lilat in the first place. So it's
Yes.
like, why are you just
Dude.
so ready to just
I
like, let's
guess-
play Lilat?
You might be right because it was against Light too. I don't know, man.
And he was getting smoked.
Yeah, that'll happen. That's Light, dude. What do you want to say?
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like, why are we here?
Yeah, he didn't go Lilat against like Luigi or anything, you know, like all those characters. So I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm hoping for my sake and for Larry's sake, because now you're known as somebody who counterpicks Lilat, and that's just weird. Like,
Hey, that's an automatic Lilat ban from your opponent.
true.
Do you think it's a long-term
Oh,
strategy?
long term?
Everyone knows
Long-term
from
investment.
Pax.
Okay, I like
love
that.
playing at Lilat.
I
That's
like that
sick.
a lot.
Yeah,
That's
Larry has
something
the
I would
balls to
do.
counterpick
Like, pick Lilat like once or twice, and then never do it again. But they just start banning Lilat all the time.
People probably already assume that about him because he played Brawl so much. You know what I'm saying? And Smash 4, it's already there, dude. Yeah. So Pax was super sick. I don't have. Shouts to Aaron again. Obviously, Cola getting second and stuff the placement he wanted. Light, same
Really
thing.
cool
you know?
top 3.
Yeah, and the moist
Larry's
graphics.
just not that cool, you know.
Yeah, it stops at 3. That's it. Well, and picks back up around 7 for Baba Sub. The moist graphics go stupid. By the way, whoever's making those, killing it. They're amazing.
Agreed.
Just amazing.
Yeah.
The event I want to talk about, if you guys are cool about it, was boss battles. I watched a lot with Gavin.
IJ.
Dude,
SkyJay rules.
it's so funny because, like, first, before we get into SkyJay, because that's, like, easily probably the most interesting talking point. Aside from maybe Siski winning the tournament too, really, really good run from Siski. I think we've always known that Siski was a really good player who could take down a tournament of this caliber. So really good job there. Now dropping a set, 8-0 on the day. Second place, SkyJay had to win 12 sets to get into Grands. 12 sets as Incineroar.
Yeah.
And he, going through players, outplacing players such as Chag, Pelly, who plays Sonic. Shouts to Pelly, great player, got 3rd place. Pelly plays Sonic for the most part. Also a D2D, amazing D2D. I don't think he really plays them that much anymore, but definitely could if the situation is right. Also, Cirques, the Australian Sephiroth, which is like what a combination of words. That Marcus, I know you were watching because we were DMing each other. Because Cirques with the last hit against Chag, Game 5, Chag was working out a reverse 3-0 against Cirques, and it was looking like it was going to happen. And it was dead last hit. Both of them just fighting so hard.
I saw the
back
very
and forth.
ending.
Yeah. That up air.
Up
air was so godlike. It was so good. And it was one of those last hit situations that lasted for an uncomfortable amount of time. Where I'm like, someone just go. Like, I'm so stressed at home right now.
I always feel like I'm pretty sure I'm more nervous than the players right now. Like, this has been happening for too long.
Yeah, but he hit an up air, a dope up air at the ledge as Chag was getting off. It was so good. So shout out to Cirques for a really well-deserved 4th place. Lancelot also played really well this tournament. Yeah, it was a dope top 8, but all right, we'll talk about SkyJay real quick. I guess.
Wait, hold on. Now that you mentioned it, Lancelot was like playing ridiculous, and then in those Game 5, like, I'm about to win scenarios, I was like, you haven't been here enough at like the big stage. You could just see it starting to happen. Like he had like a huge lead against somebody, I can't remember, and he just stopped playing the game, and I was like, no, I can tell you're thinking about winning.
Oh, that's the worst, man. We've all been there, right? You play tight sets and you just that to me again is always true top player privilege that top players earn it though, because you kind of meddle that fortitude, like your mental fortitude over time, right? And you think of that stuff, but you could see it when the tables are turned or when the opposite is happening to somebody where it's like, dude, they're just swinging, or like they gamble everything on like a last hit and it just ends. I don't know. His last 2 losses were to SkyJay Game 5, so that's probably more likely. And then he also lost to Siski Game 4.
That SkyJay versus Lancelot ending was so silly.
It was so. Yeah. You know what's crazy about it is he died earlier in the set one other time for doing that air dodge, and I was like, that air dodge is never coming back, and it came back at the worst time.
Yeah. Back thrown at literal 30% and lost.
Shout out to Mr. R.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ramen. Let's go.
Yep.
That is so messed up. That's the first person we think of. But.
Of course, man. Of course.
But we're talking about this earlier, just Incineroar in general, right? Where I don't really put Incineroar in my high tier, as of just to get back on my last tier list. I don't think I put Incineroar in high tier, but I feel like result wise, you kind of, I don't know if you have to, but in terms of results, SkyJay has very impressive results, and there's even other Incineroars out there that are getting pretty good results or pretty good Ws, like Mystery Soul in Seattle is someone off the top of my head, and others Incineroars as well. So I don't know. I think the character maybe not as bad as we thought. I mean, the character has some of the best normals / aerials in the entire game. So I think Incineroar in general is a character where it's like, oh, maybe not as bad, or at least through my perspective, maybe not as bad as I thought the character.
I think two things too, like the evolution of the character. One, I think SkyJay's revenges are different. I think his revenge utilization is insanely good, specifically against recoveries. Two, I think the Incineroars collectively, but especially SkyJay, of course, have reinvented how to recover with the character. They up B immediately, save their jump, and their side B and their air dodge, and it's like, how do I kill this character now? Like, it has evolved a lot how you need to edge guard him. It used to be so free, right? Because they double jump and try to up your side B. Yes, or side B first. Yes, exactly. You get a Palu back air, right? Like, you're just dead. It doesn't matter. Like, you're just done. That doesn't happen anymore. So Incineroars are living, and he has always been a scary character, but getting to that point was less consistent than it is now, especially from what we're seeing from SkyJay. Like, it's just so big. Ew. Yeah, his side Bs are obviously godlike too. I think that
character rules so much.
That character does rule. I agree. I think everyone really likes Incineroar for now, at least for now. We'll see if the trend.
If SkyJay, if you keep winning, it's gonna be a problem. You need to split it up a bit more evenly.
But I mean, SkyJay 3-2 against Lancelot. This is only talking about his run towards the top end of the bracket. 3-0'd Cirques, Sephiroth versus Incineroar, I have to imagine is pretty good for Sephiroth. It's just my shooting from the hip. I don't know. What do you think, Gavin? You don't know?
No idea, honestly.
But he definitely had to beat Pelly, which is Pelly's a very good Sonic player, and he 3-0'd Incineroar against Sonic. Like, how... Yeah. I tweeted this after this happened. I'm like, every time I look at SkyJay's bracket, I'm like, there's just no way.
And he was super close to resetting the bracket versus Samus, too.
Yep.
Yes.
So, Sonic and Samus both look like really hard matchups for two different reasons, and he did completely fine versus both of them.
Yeah. And that's what I was tweeting out was, I look at his bracket every weekend, I'm like, here it is, finally. The weekend where he's going to go 3-2. Like, it's just going to happen. It just because that's how bad the matchups are. But nope. All right, second place. All right, it sounds good. Your biggest competition is a Sonic and a Samus. You're not getting better than third. There's just no way, right? Nope. Guess what? There he is. Dude,
yeah, was pretty awesome, close to potentially getting a shot at winning the whole bracket. So
definitely.
But basically, Incineroar is top tier.
Wait, huh? True. Gotta give it up.
In real Pokemon.
VGC.
That's actually true.
Dude, I think he's the most commonly used Pokemon in the format at this point. He's so dumb. Intimidate, Fake Out, and Parting Shot, forget about it. I don't want any of that action.
Pretty bulky, get some Flare Blitz in there.
Yeah, he's dumb, but shoutouts, dude. And, shoutouts to that whole tournament was sick, honestly. The commentary was in-house too, which is fun. Killing it, obviously. Fabs on the mic. Love to see that.
True. Siski being super consistent as per you. That's something we love to see.
I think we've mentioned that before on the show.
Yep. I mean, bro is just really consistent. Like, it just... Hey, you're not better than me. You're not winning. See you. And it's not very many people better than him, so...
That's the buzz right there.
It kind of reminds me of that. It very much feels like that.
Good point, yeah.
True. I know, man. All right. Well, I had a lot of fun watching the tournament, that's for sure.
Yeah.
What do we want to talk about next? Marcus?
Uprising was lit, bro.
I knew it. I was waiting for
Uprising was omega lit. We got to... I don't know how many of you watched it, because it was going on at a really strange time, because it's Korea, and I think they're it's a 12-hour time difference for East Coast and Korea, and maybe 9 for West Coast. But I was watching the tournament and I was like, oh, who's here? And then I saw Gak's name and I was like, bro, you're cheating. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This is so unfair. Like, Let him play. And then I saw Kep's name, right? And I was like, I mean, maybe Kep might go off. Kep went off.
And oh
I did
yeah,
not expect Kep to win the entire event. Shout outs to Kep for getting that dub. DD from Australia did pretty well, made it to winter semis, and I watched DD try their best to get the dub on the Japanese Titans, but that could not happen, unfortunately. We're good to see Australian representation, but my favorite player to watch that whole weekend was Ahsen, the Joker. That player was clean. I was like, oh, hold on, you need some opportunities. Because I think if Ahsen got some opportunities, they would, and a lot more experience, they would be very, very good. That was
Where are they from?
third place. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they're from Korea. I'm pretty
okay.
sure.
Third place, only losing to Gact too.
They were very, very, very good. I was really impressed to see them play. But that joint just fell. I was like, man, this is like when Chad went to Dubai. Like, what's going on? What's going on? That was super, super close. We also got to see Seb Pro, who I'm also pretty sure is Australian. They went kind of dummy as well. I think they play Rob. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Fifth place,
I've heard
yeah.
that name.
Yeah, so it was a cool event to watch. We got to see some Korean representation, which was pretty cool because we knew there was a scene out there, but we didn't know how good the scene was. But it was cool to see some of them. Like, there's a lot of them that play Joker. They really like Joker, which is good. Trying to win, we love stuff like that. But it definitely just felt like, looking at the bracket, it was pretty obvious who was gonna take it home between the Japanese players. So it was a cool event to watch. If y'all have time, you should definitely check it out. I was just really excited to see Joker because we don't really get to see like Jokers that often anymore. And it was cool to see that there may potentially be like other ones out there that we just need to give like a little more time or them get a little bit more experience, you know?
Yeah.
For sure. Well, and Kep too. I mean, obviously another underrepresented character for sure. Obviously, so yeah.
True.
Some good.
Well.
Yeah. So there you go, man.
And
Kep
Kep didn't drop
down.
Kep didn't drop a set. He just beat Gak twice and was like, see ya.
Damn. Villager is still not a character I think super highly of, so it's just a really impressive win. It's
Must
like,
be nice.
To be honest, Villager is just not that good, right? Y'all like.
I don't like fighting that character.
So I actually talked with Bobby this weekend because we were both at PAX or whatnot, right? And in my opinion, I always thought of like Smash 4 Villager as a better character because like the down air came out quicker. Like you had to respect Smash 4 Villager a lot more in disadvantage, or when Villager was in disadvantage in Smash 4. But the problem with Smash 4 is that Cloud like completely demolished Smash 4 Villager, and everyone had a Pocket Cloud. So it's like, if your character lost to or got like completely destroyed by Cloud in Smash 4, you're done. Because it's not even like the top level Clouds you got to worry about, right? It's like, oh, everyone that just has a Pocket Cloud.
Everyone in the bracket,
yeah. You win game 1 with Villager, they switch to Cloud, and it's like, all right,
literally everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
So I asked Bobby. I was just curious. I was like, which version of Villager do you like more? Do you like competing with Villager in Smash 4, or do you like competing with Villager in Ultimate? And Bobby said that he actually prefers Ultimate Villager comparatively, just because of the whole Cloud thing, which I thought was really interesting. Because I think overall as a character, oh my god, overall as a character, the character was just better in Smash 4, but the characters you lost to were just, it was such high impact, right? So yeah. Bobby was like, yeah, I'd rather compete with Villager in Ultimate than Smash 4.
So, more well-rounded, right? And you don't run into, like you said, his most problematic matchup was the most common character in the game. And it's funny because Villager probably higher on a tier list in Smash 4, right? But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if you get invalidated by a top tier who's easy to play as, right? That's like the number one thing. So cool. That's good to hear, man.
Yeah, that's just good to know from a really good Villager player.
Yeah, and these Villager players in Ultimate have stuck with the character. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, when I, the first like 3 or 6 months of the game, I was like, all right, these Villager players are gonna play someone else. You know what I mean? Because I thought extremely low of Villager, but we're starting to see Villager.
I mean, I still kind of do. I mean, these players are really good, and it's even more impressive that they're doing well. But like, I don't know. It's kind of like SkyJay with Incineroar. Like, I don't think that highly of Incineroar. Like, the matchup spread is just so inconsistent, but these players are just so good.
Yeah.
It's crazy too because I actually asked Bobby what he feels about like Fighter Pass 2 matchups and stuff like that, and he didn't think it was. He was like, yeah, I think Villager does fine against Fighter Pass 2 and stuff like that. And he said even like particularly against Steve, he's like, yeah, I can pocket like a lot of Steve stuff.
Oh, interesting.
It's
Like-
that matchup I didn't even think about. That makes sense.
I was
you
thinking
can pocket
Kazuya first
down
thing.
smash.
Yeah.
Like the down smash lava, you can pocket that. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I
Where
did
does
see
it
that
go?
recently for the first time, and I definitely like raised an eyebrow at that. I was like, "Oh,
Bro.
snap!"
You know all those videos that are like, who's the strongest character in Smash? That bro, he puts lava in his pockets. It's Villager. That's over. What does he do with it? Are you
Preferably
serious?
Villager, right?
It's Villager. Yeah, it's gotta be. What the heck? He's got lava
He
in his
puts
pockets.
lava in his pockets.
You know how scary that is?
That's pretty
Wow.
crazy.
Nice, dude. Yeah, that's good stuff right there. It is interesting because Bobby also did really well at SmashCon, so it's like who knows? Like who knows where Villager's going in the future? But the meta is so interesting right now. I really like we're talking about Incineroar and Villager. Who would have guessed that?
Yeah,
after
why are we
Fighter Pass
talking
2 came
about this
out?
right now?
It's wild. And Samus.
That's the cool
like,
thing about like there were so many different events, and they all had such different narratives for
Yeah.
sure.
Speaking of Cascadia Clash, I was watching late with Marcus last night. Actually, I couldn't sleep, so I was like, "Anything good on?" Marcus was like, "Oh, there's a Canadian invitation." I was like,
I'm always watching tournaments,
oh,
bro.
sick! Let's go.
Hey, anything on? I got you. Like,
Jeja, Jared is king. Mystery Soul. So Mystery Soul got third. We were talking about Incineroar already. So third place. Second place, Big D. First place, Ouch. Of course, banger grand finals too. Ouch, Big D is just such a classic, especially in that area. So
yeah.
really good, cozy, like invitational style event too. Like it was like couch commentary and all that good stuff. So yeah, it was fun. So shout out to Ouch taking that one down. Going to be at Summit as well. And we were talking about Ouch a lot in his play style, Marcus. So
Dude.
yeah,
2 Ice Climbers players have been Wadi and Big D, like with like good results. Like
Yeah, and
What the
there's an
Ice
Ice
Climbers
Climbers
did it.
player in Japan that I can't remember. There might be 2, but they also perform really well.
oh wow, it's like the most common character throughout the brackets this weekend.
Dude,
Was.
Ice Climbers, people are starting to figure out some stuff, bro.
Yeah,
They're
absolutely.
starting-
always do. They always. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
took
matter.
a while to implement, but dude, I've seen some of those ledge trap setups. I'm like, what do you even do? Like they'll do like Blizzard, hold shield on one, you like jump into it, and then you get hit, and it's like, bro, I saw Big D do like charge F smash, and it like catches jump, and then he just shielded on like Popo, the main one. So someone did get up attack, and it hit the shield, and it hit Nana, but then he just F smashed them out of shield, and I was like, bro, like what?
That's
Like
cheating.
yeah, like the ledge traps are
Yeah.
getting insane. The amount of damage that Ice Climbers can put out is pretty crazy. So it's cool to see them like really trying to
Dude.
figure out the character.
I think too, like it's worth exploring a little bit more since patches are over, right? Because if you find something that's really cool or really good and broken, it's here to stay. Like it's over. Like it's just staying. So I think, and we saw that a bit. I think with Steve too. Like I think it's they're kind of cut from the same cloth in that way, where it's like, all right, well now it's definitely worth exploring because it's not going to change. So here we are. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and I think all of us, Ice Climbers is just that, especially like when the game first came out, Ice Climbers was those characters where it's like, well, they might seem pretty bad now, but once they get figured out, it's always one of Ice Climbers is one of those like scales with time. You know what I mean? Like every year, they get stronger and stronger. They're gonna find more desync setups. The ceiling is very high with Ice Climbers, so I wouldn't have expected one of the players to be doing it with Ice Climbers is Wadi. I think that's the most surprising thing in the realm of the Ice Climber meta is that Wadi really gravitates towards these characters, which is interesting because for me, Wadi's always like a player that, okay, you like your charge moves. You want to charge things up in the corner.
Sure do.
Right? And then you want to keep things like pretty simple. But yeah, I mean,
he still keeps it really simple.
A different path.
Like, honestly, he keeps it simple with Ices too, which is pretty funny.
And it's crazy because he be getting dubs, and I'm like, simple Ice Climbers can get like Fundy's Ice Climbers.
He still does desync,
right?
He does some desyncs.
He does some stuff, yeah.
But he doesn't have it like down pat.
He did play Ice Climbers in Brawl,
and I think that's like what's really funny is I think as Brawl players, like we all know, like it's only a matter of time before this character.
We've been here before,
we've been here before. So like seeing it start, more and more people starting to pick up Ice Climbers and perform. I'm like, oh no, is it gonna happen? Like obviously it won't be like Brawl, because even with Brawl, like Ice Climbers were pretty good at the beginning, and it took a while for them to like really become what they were, because people were like, oh yeah, that's like counterplay, and then they just kept finding new ways to chain grab, like triplets, like there were like certain like triplets chain grabs you could do, and footstools, and it got out of hand really
that was such a funny time, because it was like, oh well, they have to dash to throw, so like thank God for tripping, because at least it messes up the chain grab, to get the right positioning, and they figured out how to walk and do it, and it was like, oh. Fine, tripping is just exclusively bad again. Like, never mind. This is not good.
I remember everyone thought that Snake was a great counter pick versus Ice Climbers. Because like, oh well, if I always have a grenade by my foot, I'm fine. Then Ice Climbers started to weave in, like they'll get the grab, they'll pick up the grenade with the other ices, throw it away, and then just do the chain grab. It was
cartoon characters, bro. They really are. It's insane.
That's so funny.
Right, it's like you got to give it up though. Like, that's creative, like it sucks to get hit by, but it's like, all right, at least you did the work,
I mean, the real issue is why did we ban the DDD Infinite and then we left the Ice Climber Infinite? God. I'm just saying.
Here we go.
Bro. Honestly,
let's talk about Riptide.
How much would that have really helped DDD? Like, whatever.
Well, it's more of the fact that like why did we just why did we ban certain infinites but let certain infinite? That's a whole other topic. But like, I think
that's what I'm saying though. Like, it wouldn't have broken DDD. Like, it would have been fine. But anyway, all right. Were there any other? Oh, we got to talk about Wave before we go on to Riptide. The past still before we go to the future.
Sure.
Wave 2.
True.
My man Takara. Big win. That's what I'm talking about.
That's all he wanted to say.
That's all I wanted to say. Takara, win over Proto. Nice W. Marcus and I were talking before we went live. We think Ken Minmin's an even-ish matchup. Which I think a lot of people might think it's bad for Ken, which makes sense because he wants to get in, and Min has 2 arms and Focus only gets 1 hit, right? Like on paper. The trick is Tatsu goes over arms on the ground. Tatsu just goes over them. So that helps a lot.
That's what Tatsu does in Street Fighter, right? You go through projectiles, right?
You can, if you timed it, it's true.
True.
So it goes over the arms, then you get in as Ken against Min, and that's a nightmare for Min. So it's truly
sure is.
Yeah, it's truly a nightmare for once she gets
her
in.
hurt box is awful too.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. What are you talking about?
Tatsu goes.
It goes through. It goes literally through the arms.
Like, because so I guess they
buffed it
as like a projectile kind of thing. So okay. So even if it's like megawatt or like whatever, it just goes through.
Unless it's megawatt forward smash, it won't go through. So I have to I have to like think like, oh, they're gonna Tatsu, and if I commit to megawatt forward smash, then and they jump, see ya.
You're eating 80, or dying, or both.
But.
Ken players are carried.
We were saying that Vendetta also thought that it was winning. I don't know about all that, but I mean, hey,
that's my man Vendetta.
Just beat Proto, so maybe. Hold on.
His opinions are hard and fast, man. I love it. I love it.
Ashimo being obscenely consistent.
Such a good player.
So good. Got
love
third.
Ashimo.
Shuton also honestly, this top 3 was like very like heavy with consistent players of Japan, because Shuton got first, Ken got second, Ashimo third. Like, they're all extremely consistent players.
Kameme 4th too.
Kameme was on Sora. He was on Wario. Played Mega Man and Sheik. I was like,
Kameme rules.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I love that Mega Man's in the mix too.
Dude, I went to go watch. I was like, oh yeah, 4th was so.
I love Wario and Mega Man.
I'm learning some Sora, and then Wario. Wait, what? Wait, Sheik, huh? Like, what's going on? But hey,
we didn't talk about that. You are playing Sora, right? You were like trying to pick.
Bro, like, what's going on? Like, why are we're airing it out?
Tell me. You tell me. Is there something to air out?
For quite some time, I'm gonna just be playing Sora and Wolf. I don't know how long though.
No Min?
Nope.
What?
Nope.
For what reason? Don't nod. Don't encourage this. Why?
Because I get bored.
Oh, I see.
I've always had that issue with her.
You pick up the most boring character in the game? How's that gonna help?
I don't know if Wolf's gonna keep you entertained.
I meant Sora.
Wolf's great. I think Wolf's entertaining in the sense that like every situation has a little bit more layers to it. I feel
It's a
like
bit more dynamic.
yeah, well, I feel like with Min Min, it's very like straightforward, very static gameplay. It's like the same things over and over again. And it's like kind of fun when you like doing the stuff. It's like, bro, but then like you're doing it all the time, and I'm like, bro, I need a break. So I always go back to her. Like I do this all the time. I'm gonna go back to her, obviously, but for now, it's just gonna be Sora and Wolf.
Cool.
Woo.
All right, whatever.
Okay.
Either way,
Taking a
moving
break
on.
from Min. Got it.
Wait,
Yeah, essentially.
another
It's like
big
when Gavin takes a break from Diddy Kong, you know, like.
That doesn't exist.
Okay, you've done it like 7 times.
Not this week. It doesn't exist. Chicken over Proto too. By the way,
Chicken.
Rules.
chicken's too lit. Chicken
You
is
Is chicken the
food
best
and the player.
with the Diddy Kong? I believe so, right?
Chicken. It's like Etsuji chicken. Probably
two.
like yeah. There's
They're
one
both really
more
good.
that I can't recall at the moment. That's really good, but those are like the 2 big ones.
Okay.
Who like usually make the farthest runs. Pisariman was at that event, but kind of I mean lost to Kameme and lost to Choco the Zero Suit. Like, huh?
I don't even see him. Yeah, he's not in the final bracket.
I haven't
here.
seen
That's
Choco
kinda crazy.
compete in a
I
while.
know.
That's what I'm saying. There were some players there like T, like not Pac-Man, but Link, Young Link T was there.
Yeah, Link T.
Yeah. Abba was there as well, but got 13th.
No,
Damn, we were just
not
talking
the
about
Alpha
so much the
13.
last show or 2 shows ago. The Meta Knight show.
Shogun was there too. Snake. I mean, honestly, this was a pretty tough tournament. Like
Yeah.
getting top 8 at this was pretty hard. So
Yeah,
everyone
that's
that got top 8, like,
That's Aramon losing to Kameme, and then like you said, Choco immediately. Wow,
that's
that's really surprising. Honestly, wow, good on Choco. That is not an easy win.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, clean. And shout out to Chicken. I love that. That's the best tag in Smash.
it is
Lurr,
a fantastic tag.
Lurr KC just like, does he love the animal, the food? What is it? Tell us more. We want to know. We gotta.
What's the lore behind the tag?
What is it? It's so good. It's so simple and good. But either way, we got Riptide coming up, of course, coming up this weekend. And this, like I said at the beginning of the show, this is a tournament. I don't know. If you predict the top 8 of this tournament, you deserve some sort of prize. That's for sure. Because it is all over the damn place. That is for sure.
I believe Aaron's going, right?
Who?
I believe Aaron is going to Riptide.
Oh, Aaron. I thought you said Gavin. I was like, wait, huh?
I don't think
No.
so. I don't
Oh,
think
Aaron's not
it's
going to
drafted.
Riptide? Okay. I heard he was going to Riptide, but I could have like misunderstood or something.
He might be. I'm not sure.
Elegant Send, Ned, Peeb, Jake and Toast, Luis, Skittles, Tilde, Lima, Apollo Kage, ZD,
Zamba?
Zom?
Karama, Wadi, and then Zamba and Chase. That was from the bottom up top, the top 48.
I see.
Oh, wow.
There's also Doorstop, Bobby Wasabi, like these
Ooh.
losers, Beast, Sinji, like
Wow,
Cytonics, Sharp, 8-Bit Man. Like there are just so many players where it's like Loaf. So
Let's
many
go,
players
Loaf.
that could just make a Dark Wizzy, like who Colorado. That's what I'm saying. Like this bracket is ridiculous. Like this top 48 is stacked and really competitive. Wadi, I didn't even say Wadi. Like, or yeah, maybe I did. Did I? Yeah, I did. All right, good. All right. I'm bad, Wadi. I'm sorry. But yeah, just it's gonna be insane.
I mean, it's like the opposite of PAX, right? Where like PAX had
Yeah.
a few top 10 players and like
Super top heavy. Yeah.
super top heavy, and then the drop off. This is like super like
Less top 10, but more well-rounded for sure.
yeah, like you have no idea who's gonna win. Like you want to assume it's gonna be like Zomba or Luis or something like that, but you never know with like these brackets. Hey,
Yeah.
Peeb Nut could win. Like, hey,
That's what I'm saying.
watch
That's what I'm
yourself.
saying. Peeb
Hey,
rules.
man, Peeb does rule.
Let's go Zenodo. See Zenodo, Atada.
No, like
Close
yeah,
the nose,
Atata,
too,
yeah. Dude, it's a good bracket. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it for sure.
You
Especially
are.
after like learning all this, all the players going.
Oh,
Yeah,
ZD.
We watch, yeah.
Let's go.
ZD, man. ZD can pop off at any major, at any time.
That's true. Hey, ninth
Really
is
true,
CEO.
Ninth of CEO. Yeah. Love to see the Foxes thriving out there.
Tilde. I don't know if I saw Tilde. Come on, Charles. We're having a good time here.
Not Fox.
I like to see the Falcos thrive too. Falco, any spacey. I'm about the spacey life.
I don't see him in the bracket anymore, though. I wonder if that's out of date or if what I'm looking at is out of date. Oh, yeah, I said Tilde. I'm an idiot. Tilde and Lima, sorry, are playing in top 48, which, dude, this bracket's insane. It's a really, really good competitive bracket. Like, once we get to that top 48, I'm going to want to watch every set. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, I want to see a lot of the matches for sure.
Probably going to be a little bit of a snoozer through early pools, though. You know what I'm saying? But you never know. Like, sometimes I turn on pools, I'm like, you know what? This is great. Sometimes.
True. It's just
you never know.
Hop in, you're like,
yeah,
who is this dude? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, dude, like at Shine Bruja,
the K
Rule.
Yeah,
Hell, amazing.
King K. Rool is so fucking based.
Oh man, you are
the lifestyle, you know.
You're a huge K. Rool, Donkey Kong, Incineroar.
Yes.
Somehow Ridley, like you just
Ridley too, yeah.
Because you watched some Tekken player play Marduk this weekend, and you're like, "That's the lifestyle, right there."
Oh yeah,
100%.
Marduk is like
gosh.
Abigail, but not lame. Like just an amazing character. Abigail sucks.
Abigail rules.
Oh my!
Abigail is my second favorite Street Fighter V character.
Marduk is like so the lifestyle though. Like he's insane.
It was amazing to watch, and he was like. I watched him like 3 different players playing him in the top.
Yeah,
it was great.
Yeah, it was East Coast Showdown actually. Shout out to that tournament too. I watched a lot of Third Strike this weekend, which is great. A lot of Tekken 7, which is great.
J-Wong.
I like watching Tekken with Haz because I like kind of learn about the game while I'm watching it rather than just like watching it and not knowing what's going on.
I love Third Strike. Obviously, I love Third Strike. Yes, J-Wong won and didn't drop a game. He still got it. Like he still got it. Obviously, dude. His Chun she's a fortress. Like I'd probably honestly not even play the match if we were seated to play. I'd be like, you got it. It's all good, man. I'm not doing it.
Chun-Li, you want to go through experience?
No, I don't know. No, I'm good. I've seen it. Okay. I've seen
Chun-Li has his like least favorite fighting game character of all time.
In Third Strike, I love Chun, but in specifically the way she plays in Third Strike, I'm like, dude, she is just the tankiest, like just keep away, turtle all day. Like she doesn't need to commit, man. Her sound effects are awful, and they're so loud. They're so loud, dude. Her building meter,
it's fantastic.
Oh my god,
it's so lit. I guess if you play it a lot, like you would get tired of hearing it.
You think? It's the only sound she makes the entire round. God. They play. Oh god, I hate this character so much. She got gifted the best Kara throw in the game. One of the best Kara throws in the game. Anyway, sorry, we don't need to talk about Third Strike too much. It's one of the best in the game. It is. Yeah. It is. Q. I think Q technically goes further, but who cares?
Q rules.
Q does. I love Q. I got a nice Q, but yeah, I love watching obviously Third Strike, Tekken, and Super Turbo. Like East Coast Showdown was cool, but between that and all the Smash, like. It's funny because I really thought, like, all right, this is going to be a nice, easy weekend. I was like, hold on.
Dude, that's what I thought. I'm sitting there. I'm like, what the hell?
There's so much to talk about today. Like, there was just so many different tournaments last weekend. You know what I got to say before we wrap it up? Since it's episode 64, if anyone is down, if anyone listening to this or watching this out there wants to do some funny, like, Nintendo 64 art for Tweek Talks.
Oh, yeah.
That would rule so much.
That'd be hype.
But you don't have to. See ya.
Oh. So that's it? All right. We'll be seeing you.
You want to know something that's crazy, by the way? Before we, like...
Wait, are we done? What's going on? Everyone's confused for what Gavin just did.
We're not sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Okay.
I didn't mean to confuse anyone.
Me and Chris were both like, wait a second. What's happening?
I just looked at the Smash Bros. Tour standings because I was kind of like we're heading toward the tail end, right?
Yeah.
And we need to actually start paying attention to who's probably going and who's like not going. Did you know that number 7 for Smash Bros. Tour, who's very likely to make it, is Jay Dizzle? He has more points than DeBuzz.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy to think about?
Do I even have any points? The thing is, I don't remember what tournaments, like, you know what I mean?
I feel like it's one of those things where if you have to ask, it's probably not good.
Yeah, true.
I mean, you,
Uh-oh.
This is looking rough. You're on page
There's pages.
Oh
no.
gosh. Maybe I just need to search your name.
You don't have to at this point.
You set it up. Yeah, you've done the research. It's
maybe
over.
I missed you when I've been scrolling through.
See ya. Thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good one. Peace.
See ya.
See ya.